Alright guys, I'm gonna stream today. We're gonna do this cursed quest. Hopefully there's not too many people out here trying to do it. Let me just get this all set up here. I'm gonna do this quest for this ship. I'm sure it can be kind of a pain in the ass. The cursed crew. If you don't play a Paladin, if you're playing a Paladin, I didn't really stream the quest for this. It's not that difficult because I think there's a lot of people out here trying to do the dungeons that you need, which is just Shadowfang Keep and the Dead Mines. It becomes available at level 20. During the course of the quest, it's hard not to level, so you're probably going to at least level once, so you can get this mace around level 21 at the lowest. Probably would be a 25.6 damage per second mace with some pretty good stats on it for a level 21. Yeah, there is somebody out here trying to do this, and I just kind of stole their mob from them. It's my bad. Let's just invite them. See, if you're trying to do a quest like this and you see somebody out here, it's going to save you a lot of time, even though you might get your XP gimped a little bit. It is not the end of the world. It's not that big of a gimp. Most of your XP comes from questing, and if you quest smartly and go to the right zones at the right time and don't outscale any, you should be in pretty good shape. If you're questing with someone, good piece of advice: pop up Righteous Fury, be kind of a two-handed tank, save them from getting hit. This is even better for me because, well, we get first mate here, and I'm doing a terrible job tanking. I've just been cursed, which I fucking hate. She's got so many on her. Oh my god, I need the help. She's gonna die. Or she already is dead. She's lucky because I can fucking res her ass if I get out of combat. Wow. That's not gonna happen. Yeah, it pretty much just spawned on top of us, which is why this quest is such a pain in the ass. I got the snuff box though. But there's like at least 5 of them in there. And honestly, right there, I don't even know what the hell happened. It's a short walk though. You see there's a ton of people here doing this now. Yeah, it's a short walk. We gotta go back in there. And I'm not fucking around now. Popping on. Pop on the shield in the one hand. Go to work. Which is my go-to. In these situations, always have a shield in one hand. Ready to go for these situations. Now I don't see any mobs out here, which is great. We go to the other ship. Try and get 12, 4, 16 more kills. I'm good. I'm good, thanks. She's just like, I want some, offering me water, but it's like I'm just trying to not be bad on the live stream, I guess. Not really much else to say. I hate this quest. I'm sure a lot of people do. It's just a pain in the dick. Like, I'm underwater. I mean, this curse, physical damage reduced, casting speed reduced. It's pretty much all around bad for fucking everyone. No matter what class you play. Good, thanks. Fucking hate this quest. As a paladin, it's better because I can use exorcism for once. Because these are undead mobs, but it's really not that much better. It's I'm keeping it real, I guess. Now we need sailors, which, you know, if I get over to where she is, she's probably gonna find some. Again, this is a really good quest to do with more than one person. If you see somebody out here, it'd be a good idea just to invite them to group. They're just gonna keep reapplying that curse. These are all Marines up here. We need fucking sailors. All Marines over there, all Marines over here. It's kind of gotta get to land to drink. It just sucks. It's a shitty quest. We need sailors. And they're like all under here. It's nice to be able to just pull aggro like that. You're fighting undeads. It's not usually a quality that paladins possess. But need the sailors, dude. Come on. There's like no sailors out here. And of course, that's what we need like 1,000 of. Just go up onto the ship to get the fucking sailors, because I know a bunch spawn here. I think sailors spawn up here. I hope I'm right about that, man. I really like 11 more. Yeah, well, we've been everywhere else, so it's a ridiculous quest. But that's why we're gonna stream it, cause I mean, I'm 2 levels lower. This girl, she's 3 levels lower than she needs to be, or should be, according to the recommendation. What's nice is, yep, I was right. See, it's been years, but I still remember, which is good. Cause we got 2. Fuck, there's a marine. Nice, we'll just pull it. Pull them both. Ooh, nice, resist. No, don't do that. Fuck, I should have killed the marine first. She don't even know, though. Yeah, see it. She's gonna die now, because she's not letting me do my aggro thing. Now she's running around like mad. I have 1 healing pot, too. She just let me get aggro. It's gonna be so fucking difficult. I don't know why she's running around like a fucking crazy person. Yeah, I'm not gonna die. See, when you run around like that in the middle of a ship, when there's spawns, that's what happens. So if you're a mage or whatever, you can run around and kite. You should do it in an intelligent fashion and not what she just did. I guess I could have turned one. But I mean, I guess I didn't even think about that in the moment. She just ran around like a crazy fucker. Yeah, it's like I'm in tank gear for a reason there, Chief. Because I'm not gonna die. It's a positive thing. I mean, I died earlier as a paladin again because this chick's running around like a fucking crazy person. She's squishy as fuck. I mean, I don't. She's fine, I guess. Fine for what I need her for. Which isn't a whole fucking lot. If you're a paladin, you can definitely solo this quest. No problem. I did change my spec up a little bit. I don't know if you watched any earlier video. Not really hot on the views, but my spec's changed. Give myself the 5 strength. I'm trying to get poised to get consecration just so I can do dungeons. But honestly, as far as leveling goes and speed with questing, this is not the best spec. The only reason I'm doing it is so I can get groups easier and not have to wait all day as a DPS. But honestly, the pure ret spec to go and get conviction and then vengeance as fast as possible with the 2-handed weapon specialization and shit in between is the most important thing for your damage that you could do. You see I'm doing pretty good damage. Yeah, I had a blue drop earlier. I had a Lumen Gavel drop. And I was in a group with somebody who was on the other side of the map and had us roll for it. The fucker rolled against me and won it. So, I wish that would have been on the stream. That would have been a good moment. A good learning moment. When you're not in a group with anyone anymore, drop, leave. If they're not helping you, if you invite them, you don't talk to them and they're just killing with you and then they just disappear, drop those motherfuckers, because that will happen to you. You'll get a good drop. The one time you're going to get one. And you'll get fucked over hard. Now we got all these people up here. But I will get the fucking poles. God damn it. See, the Seal of Command's a good spec too. Just to have, because you see like so much more holy damage. If it procs, you're pulling aggro, so you just auto attack and just pray, really. It's usually pretty good though, because I can judge and do that if I really need to. And you see it just procced for 140. So that's quite a bit of holy damage. That's quite a bit of threat. Just that right there in the 77. It's much better in 63. I mean, when it procs a lot, you just keep it going. Like, I don't know why she did that. She insists on pulling aggro off me. Instead of just killing the mob and letting me get some off aggro. She just goes straight for the one that spawns. Which I don't understand. She should be complete. Yep, and this is goodbye. Oh, fuck you. Still fuck. You better not curse me again. There we go. We do the Crocless quest now. You can seamlessly go from that into doing these giant Crocless, which is a fucking pain sometimes to find them, but I see 2 right now, so that's brilliant. Life root I can't pick. It's actually quite high. Didn't even have Devo on. And see how easy it is, really, to play a Paladin and get leveled up. I imagine it's going to be a very popular class to play, as it always is, because it's a little bit easier than all the other classes, and it's pretty good. Certainly not bad. It's not the easiest class to play. It's very gear dependent, so it takes a lot of time. So in that aspect, but the actual gameplay, it's actually pretty basic, as long as you're making sure your buffs are up and like literally just auto attacking, waiting for Seal of Command to proc, judge whenever you can when it's up, stun whenever you can when it's up. Seal of Command does extra damage. A lot of people don't know this. Read your spell. Seal of Command does extra damage for incapacitated enemies. So that means that if I stun a target, it does about double damage on a judgment. Um, which is like one of the reasons why, you know, one might spec into repentance, but it's not like other, like right here, boom, stun, boom, judge, and it does a lot more damage. That one actually did about 1.5 times more. Specking into repentance is a good idea, but that's like PvP shit. You know, you want repentance for PvP, not for PvE purposes. It's not going to help you much for leveling. You can only stun humanoids with it, so for that reason, not that great in all situations. I'll probably skip it as I get higher level. Again, going for consecration is going to take me 6 more levels. I'll be level 33 before I get it, but then I plan on going to tank Milmerigan, and then probably right after that be tanking Scarlet Monastery. So those are my plans, and then by that time I'm hoping I'll be at least level 35, which will give me, you know, and probably in all reality, probably level 36, give me 3 of those points back in conviction that I would have had. So I'm planning for the future. I'll have 15. Get 2 more in parry. I actually have 2 quests I can do now, so stop tracking this one. Well, I really have 3 quests I can do. Go do the Warbanners quest as well. Just one more Crocolisk. One more Crocolisk. I take it a Fent Creeper probably spawns in this pool. Maybe not. See how big of a pain in the ass this Crocolisk quest is, but just finding them, because there's not very many giant wetlands crocs. And you see there's this guy out here. There's this guy out here. There he goes for the Fen Creeper that I would have had. Just be very aggravating on a server like this when be very aggravating on a server like this when everybody is trying to kill the same exact things. But persistence is key. I've not talked about really the differences between vanilla and every other version of Warcraft. It's very different. It's not so much based on talent and ability and reflexes as much as it's based on just being persistent and having a positive attitude and really good qualities to have in life overall, at a job or in school, just as a human being. There are very human qualities that can make you a better player than everybody else. Just right there you saw me group with this person, using good manners, just no thank you, yes please, rezzing when they die, just being an overall decent human being. I mean, you don't have to be a saint, you don't have to be the second coming of Christ in order to thrive in this game, but just a little bit goes a long way, guys. A little bit of kindness. You never know when you're going to group with these people again. You never know what kind of people they are, really, until you get to know them. Are they negative people? Are they greedy people? Usually greed can get you pretty far in this game. But it really can't get you all the way, is the funny thing. It can get you, you know, bis blue gear, but as far as, you know, a lot of people let their greed get the better of them when it gets later into the game. When you start getting into those 40-man raid dungeons, I've seen greed get the better of a lot of people and let it deter them from what the actual goal is, which is just to down the bosses. I just want to down the bosses, really, at the end of the day. I just want to say I killed this boss. I don't really even need proof. Enough proof for me is just knowing that I did it. And I have been successful in downing a lot of bosses in this particular version with that mindset that I just want to down the boss. I just want to be there for the kill. For the first kill in our guild. I want to be there. I want to see it. I want to be a part of it. If you have that mindset, you can go very, very far in the game. If you just let everything else be secondary to that, everything else usually will just fall into place. It's very polarizing, I guess. It's a very black and white way to look at it. But on the flip side, it makes everything a lot easier. It makes everything a lot simpler. You'll put a lot of strain and aggravation on yourself just by worrying about, oh, I didn't get this piece, or I deserved it over that person. It really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, once a boss gets on farm, it'll be like you're D'ing the things that you got so aggravated about, you know, maybe a month earlier. A month passes by. So really, persistence and patience when it comes to gearing up is going to be your #1 friend. Now, as far as leveling goes, again, you've got all these people around, and it can be really aggravating not getting any of these kills, make you want to log off. But you see, I'm about to ding 28. I was 27 when I started, maybe. Let's see what our plate is. It'll be about 2 hours at this level. It's really not that bad, guys. Considering all the people that are online, it's going to take a little longer to get to 60 than it would if you're on a dead server. So I feel like a lot of people are going to come to this PvE server because they're going to want to PvP on their terms, which really should be the case. I mean, it's just so not just discouraging, but just it seems rigged, like a rigged game when you're in a zone like Stranglethorn Vale or, you know, in Stone Talon, where these 60s go just to sit there because they have nothing better to do. They're not raiding. So if they're not raiding and they have all the gear they need out of the blue dungeons and they have the gold that they need, then they really got nothing to do. And what that breeds is these people go into these areas, just to kill, for the sole purpose of killing these guys, killing these players who are trying to level up, which is like, can be the most annoying and aggravating process. And when you don't have to deal with that, it's very attractive to players. It should be very attractive to players. I think it'll become more attractive. I think people are maybe on the PvP server right now starting to see the realities of what it's like when there's no new content coming out, and these guys just have really nothing better to do than sit there and stop you from leveling to 60. And it, honestly, guys, it's pretty shitty. It's a pretty shitty thing to do. I never condone that. I think that people who have that kind of mindset, you know, they do nothing but breed dead servers. I mean, they just want to be they want to be the best. They don't want competition, and one of the ways to stave that off is just to fuck with people. Um, it works, but I think on the PvE server, since you can't do it, you'll end up seeing a higher level of competition because more people just don't say fuck it and go play somewhere else where it's more even, or go to the fresh. So, you know, we could go to the fresh server and it's a fresh PvP server, not have to deal with that. But I think, like, there's a lot of people have pointed out, you go look at those timelines and when the content's coming out, you're not going to see Nax Ramus, which is really what we all want to do. If you've played the game before, you've played this version, I've done BWL, I've done AQ. It's not like a big, and almost like everyone has done MC obviously, but I've done AQ, been there, done that. We've seen very little of Nax content. I've gotten very little of Nax gear. I'd like to see a lot of Nax content. I would like to have a lot of Nax gear. I enjoy the dungeon. I enjoyed it at 80 very much. And I imagine at 60 the experience is even better. It's even more gratifying. And I'd like to see a lot of it. If I gotta wait a year to get it, I mean, it might take me a year just to get there gear-wise. But I'm thinking probably not. But even so, I don't want to wait a year to see Nax. I would like to know that it's going to be out by the time I have the gear. I've seen people waiting around for content, guilds who have achieved it, waiting around for content, and I've seen it kill guilds, and I don't want to be in that position to where I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and our guild just slowly dwindles and dwindles and dies. And something you put all this time into now is no longer reality. Maybe you have to go join another guild and just pin your hopes to them, and then it just feels less gratifying. I would like to know that we can start a guild, take it all the way through MC, BWL, AQ, and then by that time Nax releases and be able to go straight in, smooth transition into the content. I don't feel like that will be the case on the fresh server. I find it just very hard to believe that the same people that we did MC with are going to be around for BWL, that the same people we did BWL with are going to be around for AQ, and all that. So that goes into it too, not just the fact that it's going to be a year, but the fact that we're going to have to constantly be replacing guys who just say, you know what, it's not my cup of tea, and they just stop playing. I mean, it's a private server. They have other alternatives of play. There's plenty out there where they can go somewhere else when they get bored and go play other expansions perhaps. And because of that level of competition, if content's not coming out in a timely fashion, and it's going to take a long time for the fresh to get there, I just don't see like that. I don't see having a main on that server. I see maybe casually leveling a character when I have time, over the course of months. Maybe I get the character to level 60, and then maybe down the line, when it starts getting more competitive over there and there starts to be more content, then we start talking about maining that character. But then by that time I probably will have invested so much time in this character that, you know, it'll be an easier decision to make just to stay and finish out here. I like it here too. I don't have to worry about getting ganked. Which, you know, say what you want. You know, I'm more than accomplished PvPer, but there's a difference between PvPing and getting ganked. Getting ganked is, I mean, it's not PvP. If you think PvP is going out killing somebody 20 levels lower than you, then you're a fucking idiot. because that's not what PvP is whatsoever. So we got fucking. Maybe I can get this quest done a little quicker with these guys. Got quite a bit of experience with this quest, as I'm sure everybody does. It's kind of a pain in the ass. They're all stealth. Really, the goal is just to run around these pools. And just hope and pray, I guess, that one's in there. They come out of stealth and hit you. I got perception, will help me increase my stealth detection, but it's not too great. Really not that great. This guy's a miner. I guess it's not a bad thing to be, kind of. I regret not picking up mining in the beginning, excuse me. But because I could have went just herb and mining and had 2 ways to make money. Which might have been nice, but there's a Fen Lord in there. There's the creeper. I could have had 2 ways to make money, but I know that alchemy will pay off in the end. It always does. You just gotta stick with it, get it up, and then get the good recipes from running dungeons. And you'll be in some pretty good shape. Definitely be in some good shape. You'll be sitting pretty. You'll be... He's like, man, fuck this quest. It's hard with a lot of people on the server, yes. He's like, man, fuck this quest. Oh, now I get these. Fucking goo. There's really not one in here. There's gotta be one in here. It's like the most annoying shit. There's gotta be one in here, dude. I got a lot of greens I can sell. I'm kind of pissed I lost that limit gavel though earlier to that guy. It's just really annoying. Did this guy just take this shit? Oh my god. I'm gonna go back to where I know that they are. They're getting really mad. I've already killed 4. I mean, this is supposed to be a slow quest. I don't think this guy understands that. It's only like kill 8, but there are 8 things that are hard to find. I'm really not that fucking worried about it. I know where they fucking sit. I will continue to find them as well. You need to come over here so it does count for you. There's some up here in the front. There's gotta be one in here. Or in here. Okay, what quest this is. Yeah, the thing about Questy is it shows up these little daggers for, yeah, that's where there is one, but it's not really a perfect system there. Sometimes it will, yeah, that way. And that's a good job. You found one. I just need one more. So it's really not that bad. By the time I run back, I'll be in good shape. See again, like Questy says, no, there's not one in here. Maybe not. Yeah, a lot of these people don't even have Questy. I can tell. Which is another problem. Alright, I guess this is a leveling guide since I'm only level 27, so I kind of wanted to expand a little more on that on the stream than just being a pure leveling guide, but just like I guess not teaching, but telling people what I know about this version of the game since I played it so many times. Imparting some wisdom, I guess. But as far as a leveling guide goes, I guess there's certain add-ons you want, and one of them is definitely Questy, and that's Questie. Just do a Google search, Questy Vanilla add-on, and download that. Unzip it into your add-ons folder in your game folder, and you will save yourself a lot of aggravation. I know there's a lot of people who don't have Questy because they're asking where things are, they're asking all sorts of questions that Questy will just show on your minimap. As you can see, you know, I've got, like, I know come on, there should be one in here. Fucking kidding me. I might literally just stand in this pool. Yep, there we go. You guys are going way too far. I hope they're close enough to get this one. group very gracefully, since I'm not really anywhere near them. Again, like I said earlier, if you're in a group with somebody and they literally just take off and go do their own thing, and they're not, like, I mean, honestly, I did that. I finished the quest faster than them because I knew where to go because of Questy, and I know where the mobs are going to spawn. From experience, I just know where they spawn. So these people are out running around like way too far away. They're not following me, they're following each other, and they obviously have no idea where to go. It's not really breaking my heart. You know, if you want to get it done, you're going to follow me, but if you start trailing off and you find, if you are in the same position, you're like, I know where to be for the quest and these guys don't, and maybe you can just try and tell them, or maybe just whatever, just do your own thing. But if they straggle off, make sure you drop the group. If they straggle off, just drop the group. Don't feel bad about it. They're obviously off doing their own thing, and they don't need you, so don't feel bad about dropping group, because what'll happen is you'll get a really good drop, and I mean, they're so rare to come by. The drop rates are so low, even on just a blue or rare item, let alone like a BOE world epic. I mean, God forbid that happen, and you're so far away from these group members, but they're still able to roll on your shit, which they shouldn't be able to do, but I just had it happen. Where guy's literally on the edge of being able to roll on it, but he's really nowhere near helping me, and rolls on it, and they'll win it. And, you know, just be aware when you're in a group and what the hell these people are actually doing. If they're actually helping you, fine. But a lot of times they're fucking nowhere near, and it'd be a good idea just to drop the group and save yourself, again, the aggravation of getting a drop and then having these people think that they have the right to roll on it, even though they're fucking nowhere near you, and people just feel entitled that way. It's a greedy aspect of the game. Like I said, being greedy can get you a lot in this game. But once you get level 60, and once real loot starts coming around, people are going to find out where your true ambitions lie in the game. And if you are greedy, and it comes down to gold and loot and what's yours and what belongs to you, as far as, you know, group loot, you're going to find yourself on the outside looking in. I've seen it happen a million times. So I didn't say earlier, I didn't say one thing to anybody. I didn't say this guy's a ninja on general for rolling on something that, I mean, he had no part in the kill. He had no part in helping me at all. He just fucking was either dumb or lazy, couldn't drop group, and honestly, I should have dropped the group much sooner, before the drop even came. So it's my fault, really. It's my fault that happened. And honestly, it was my fault. I should just entrust that people are going to be greedy and they're not going to do the right thing. And you should probably do the same thing as well. Just assume everyone is greedy and they're not going to do the right thing. If you're in a group with somebody and it happens to you, I'm sorry. There is a range on it. Hopefully they're far enough away to where it won't matter what they won't even get a chance to roll on it. But just be careful of when you're in a group. It's easier to do these quests in a group, but if they're on the other side of the map and you kill something and get an epic drop, I would hate to see you get screwed because they somehow got a roll or a chance to roll on something that you killed and you got on your own. So just be aware of when you're in a group. I grouped up with those guys to get a few easy kills. I figured it'd be easier for both of us, for all of us. But when I realized that they were straggling, dropped the group. Because honestly, that's happened a million times here on this server. I guess they don't understand, and I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of problems with this. With just they don't understand fucking etiquette. It's out the window. It was a problem, a small, maybe like minor fractional problem in vanilla, because on actual release, because I mean there were actual black lists where you will do something shady in a dungeon, and I've already seen it happen, and we're only at so low level, so they're already getting greedy about low level items. I mean, I hate to see what they're like when it becomes higher level. Don't feel bad if somebody fucks you over on a roll when you get in a 60 dungeon, because it's going to happen a lot here, because they're just, people don't have any sense of etiquette anymore. Back in the day, you get blacklisted, and honestly, that meant a lot. It wasn't just some guy spamming your name for 10 minutes outside an Ironforge and telling everyone how terrible you were. It was like, you literally won't get a fucking group. Like, you will be infamous. People will know your name as the guy who has no fucking manners or etiquette when it comes to rolling on loot, and will just steal shit. And running a dungeon with you is not only retarded, or just completely stupid, because what you're actually there for is just going to get ninja'd anyway. So, it just wouldn't happen, because you'll be the guy that where it's like, oh, why run this dungeon with him? He's just going to steal what I need. So, he's just going to feel entitled to roll on whatever drops, even if he doesn't need it. Just because he can. Oh, so there, end rant on that, because I mean, but it's gonna happen a lot here, especially on this Nostalrius shit. I guess I'm doing this. I mean, I guess do spiritual focus, because I am gonna tank with Seal of Command. I think it's a better idea. Especially at low level. Just does more damage. Oh god, I gotta go all the way back there and do this? Jesus. I don't know if I can do it. Yeah, I figured that one would be grayed out. See, this is getting... because I almost don't want to do these quests. I think I gotta go back. I think I'm going back, guys. Yeah, it's gonna happen a lot because people just don't care as much as they used to. And honestly, it's gonna be so, once you get a big influx of people who just don't know how to handle loot situations, or just don't give a shit. They don't, I mean, they have no empathy of the time that goes into it, so they really don't give a shit. So be weary. It is gonna happen. It's a matter of when. I don't think I want to sell that there. I'll take that back. See if I can get some money for this. Can't get any for that. Let's see. My one wool. Yeah, I just don't want it sitting around. Taking up bag space. I guess the moral of the story is prepare to get fucked by some people. I don't know how many private servers you guys have played on, but it's just, it's not like it used to be in the old days. It's just not. And I mean, I don't know what else to say. I guess I'm just rambling on about it. It's really not a big deal though. I mean, you roll like everybody else. If you lose, you lose. Whatever happens. I guess I'm just gonna put all this stuff in the bank because I really just don't even feel like dealing with it right now. Let's sell those. Same thing, just taking up bag space. This is not supposed to be in here.
Safe travel.
No, I got a ring too. Fuck. It's actually a really good ring.
Light be with you.
I should be able to get money for it, although it's been hard as fuck. I don't know if anybody else has this problem to sell anything on this auction house. The economy is absolutely terrible. So I'm just kind of like, I've been holding on to stuff that doesn't sell just in the mailbox so it doesn't take up space, and just hoping that the economy rights itself and that I can sell some of this stuff in the future for a profit, because right now I'm hurting. Only 12 gold. I mean, and I'm about to go spend like 2 just on training, I know. And a lot of people say, you know, don't train all your spells, but as a paladin, that's really a hard thing to not train all your spells. I mean, especially if you're looking to do dungeon groups, people are going to expect you to have some, they're going to expect you to have some things, and 4.5 gold each. Yeah, that's not worth it. For an extra what? One strength and 7 stamina. Ooh. I guess that's a big deal at this level.
You need something?
Yep, see what I mean? I mean, how do I not train that? I don't need the shadow resistance aura. There you go. There's your compromise.
Farewell.
Just take exorcism. So level 28, take exorcism. You don't need shadow resist aura. You don't need any of your resistance auras really until level 60. They're not that great until 60. I mean, you'll get the plus 60, which brings you from poor to fair, I think. Or I don't even know if it raises your... I don't even know if it raises your ability that good, but... yeah, that's up to level 28 now, and now I'm gonna go see, this will help you out a lot when you're leveling. Just look and see what's greening out, and Duskwood's greening out, and I already knew that. I had to go back there before I dinged 29. Yeah, it's kind of sucks though, because I also want to go to South Shore, so I'm gonna go to Duskwood and do at least these 2 green quests, and probably just as circumstance do this quest. I'm gonna leave the Legend of Stalvin, leave Worgen in the Woods. I don't even know if I'm gonna go back to Stone Talon to do this. That I can hand in, but that's a pain in the ass as well. Want to wait. The wetlands to do the Dun Motor quests, War Banners, and lifting the curse. I can do probably these 2 at level 30, but I'll have to go back there and do this before then. But what I really want to do is just do those couple of quests in Darkshire, in Duskwood, and then go to Hillsbrad and do these 3 quests, which I can still do and should still be yellow to me, even though I'm starting to get close to that level. But that'll bring me up to about level 29 if I just finish these Duskwood quests, go to South Shore and do those quests. I'll be level 29, and I think I go back and do those Wetlands quests. That should bring me up to 30.
King's honor, friend.
So once I get up to 30, you're looking at Stranglethorn and Alterock Mountains. Can't remember what level I really want to be for this. It's hard to say. I guess I can't remember, but I think it's around excuse me, I think it's around like level 32 I want to be there. Yep, I pretty much, and I know I could go back to Stone Talon, but I'm really kind of high for that. I don't really know if it's worth it, really where I want to be. I guess Thousand Needles is a possibility. And the other, yeah, because of the Shimmering Flats, and I can go down there as well. Just about that level. Probably wait till level 30 and I'll go to the Shimmering Flats. Probably get about to level, so here's my goal. We go to Darkshire. And I'll just show you before I end the stream. I'm going to turn it off now. Go to Duskwood. And to finish these quests up at 28. I would pretty much finish up all the quests you have here. And just plan on not coming back until you have to go to Stranglethorn. Maybe save 1 or 2. Like I'm going to save Worgen in the Woods. Then I'll go back to the Wetlands. And I'll do those quests. Or you know what? I'll probably go to South Shore. Do those. So I'll do these here. Whatever I can do. Hopefully it will take an hour. So I can hearth back to Stormwind. Fly over to South Shore. I already have the path. In Paladins, you should have the path if you did the quest for the hammer. For the two-handed weapon. And then you did Shadowfang Keep. I hope you got the flight path. If you're planning on, that's one of the bonuses of doing the quest for the hammer. You run out here and get these flight paths. So I'll do these quests here. I'll go out to South Shore, do those quests there. Probably be level 29. Take a trip over to Wetlands. Fly right over. Do whatever quests I have left in the Wetlands. Then come back to Darkshire and do whatever quests I have left. And I should be level 30. Come into Stranglethorn. Get the flight path here in the very top. Don't go all the way to Booty Bay. It's not worth it. There's no point, really. You'll get there. It's faster even just to fly to Darkshire anyway. Actually, I don't think in this patch there's a, well, I guess I'll find out pretty quickly, but I don't think there's a bird at the top. But it doesn't matter if you're doing those northern Stranglethorn quests, it's fine just to fly to Darkshire anyway. It's gonna take you longer to run from Booty Bay to North Stranglethorn than it does from Darkshire to North Stranglethorn, in essence. They add a flight path in a patch at the northern end, but I don't think it's in this one. So I'll go to Stranglethorn. I'll do some quests there, whatever I want to, or at least pick up quests. And then, let's see here, because I want to get over to Thousand Needles. Easiest way is going to be to go to Theramore. So what I'll do is I'll go get these quests. Here's what I'll do. I'll go get all these quests. I'll run down to Booty Bay, get the flight path, then I'll hearth. Because I'll just say, fuck it, I'll get that Booty Bay flight path just to pick up whatever quests I can, and I'll get the flight path anyway, even though I'm not going to use it till I have to go all the way down there. But I'll have it. You're going to need it eventually. So I'll go all the way back down there at 30. I'll hearth. I'll fly it back up to Metathil. I'll take the boat over. And then I'll run through the Barrens down to the Shimmering Flats. And I'll do those quests. When I'm done with that, I'll be sure to get... Well, first of all, I'll be sure to get the Gadget Sam flight path. And then I'll hearth again. By that time I should be level 31 or 32. And then I'll probably be doing a Nomerigan stream. So I'm going to do an Nomerigan stream. And then I'll be pretty close to being able to do Scarlet Monastery. I'll probably wait a couple levels. So probably just going down to Stranglethorn, leveling a few times, and then going around to make sure I can get all the quests available for Scarlet Monastery, and then doing all the Scarlet Monastery quests and all the fun stuff there, and that I'll also be streaming that. So pretty close to being able to stream 2 dungeons here, so I'm happy about that. So that's my plans in the future. Thanks for watching.